it ended up being a blowout, so it was a little less enjoyable on that end. But the fact that we get a Game 7, I'm super hyped about it, man. We got more basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. More basketball is great for the NBA. I think it's great for sports media as a whole, especially with the way these games have gone. Ty just kind of mentioned it there. The style of play that is being played. I mean, there is great basketball happening by, one of the teams, I guess, both of the teams in most of the games, last night being a blowout and everything like that. But it's like the atmospheres have been electric. The basketball has been fantastic. For Game 7, all anybody has said is it could be anybody's game. TJ McConnell's day say, hey, you think happy?
Yeah.
It's Game 7. I mean, that is very true. What are your thoughts on going into a Game 7 if you're the home team? And what are your thoughts on going into a Game 7 if you're an away team? The Pacers went into New York, Madison Square Garden, Game 7 last year. Did some gardening. They have some experience going into another building and winning. But in this case, what is your thoughts on both teams' perspectives of a Game 7 in Oklahoma City?
I mean, I agree. I agree with TJ's there. Anything can happen in this Game 7. This is why if you was in OKC's situation, you wanted to try and end it last night, but clearly that didn't happen. But I mean, if you OKC, you do feel. I mean, they got to feel some comfort going back to their home court where they play really well. They bounce back from games they lose really well. They got all of those things. But to me, Game 7s, man, you throw all of the narratives out, and that was just it's one game, man. It's who feels good that day, who's in a rhythm, all of these different things, all of these different reasons can go into it, and you never know what's going to happen. It's all about one single solitary game. And so now it's come down to that. And as a fan, like we say in basketball, as a fan, those are the best two words in basketball, Game 7. So this is what you want. This is you getting it to take it the distance, the furthest it can in this series, and we get to watch as much basketball as possible. Because after this is it for a minute. Before the draft next week, we got to trying to wait the summer league, and that's a bummer for me.
Yeah, it's a bummer for you. It's also a bummer for a lot of us. Yeah, the NHL 6 games. Okay.
Yeah.
Could have been cool, have another one, but congrats to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Congrats to the Panthers. Down there in Florida, hockey state. In this now, Game 7, obviously, and anything can happen. It's one game. Who shows up that night? What do you think Coach Carlisle and Dags are thinking? Is this simplify offense for a Game 7, or are they throwing their best shit here? Is this a chance that there is a master class that could be had by one of these coaches that can maybe, win them the game? Or do we just expect them to kind of treat this as if it's any other game?
Man, I'm like UD. You never know what Tricky Ricky thinking over there. What he gonna do? He's a mad scientist over there. So I mean, he's got a lot of experience. He's been in a lot of different situations. I feel like Coach Dagnall is a great coach, and he's doing a great job too. But I don't know, man. I don't know if these guys stick to the script. I mean, I think for OKC, it's kind of easier to stick to the script because you got your lead man, and he's the MVP, and he's always kind of had that position with that team. So for me, it'll be interesting to see. Like you said, you guys talked about the others playing well and TJ McConnell getting instantly in the game and going crazy the way he did. Will he be able to have that type of impact, or will it be an OKC player doing that? Man, it's going to be crazy to see all this play out now.
I wonder who Rick Carlisle is going to,
Yeah.
There is going to be, because Nembhard last night hit some massive shots.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've seen Neesmith, whenever he's been called upon, massive shots. Shepard was knocking down massive shots yesterday. It's like everybody, Pascal, obviously, for the first quarter, it's like, hey, we got a Pascal show where he's going to deliver. It's like every guy on that team can get it. Miles Turner still.
Yeah.
He has yet to play anywhere near his best offensive basketball, and it's going to a Game 7. So, think about that. If Miles can get hot, which he certainly can. Just a couple. all he needs is to see one go in.
That's it.
He had a foul shot last night early. I think, Tyrese did. I think Miles did too. They had a foul shot go in early, and I'm like, here we go. Take the bucket off. Take the top off this entire thing. Miles just needs to see a couple fall, I think, and then we'll see how it goes. Now, there are a couple stats that are telling a story. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Q, last night, Pacers only turned the ball over 11 times. I think it was 20. God.
Choked up about it.
Yeah,
Game 7.
Game 7 about
Look at the hats right there on your head.
Game 7.
Shout out
Moose. Choked on a jelly bean. That's on me. 11 turnovers for the Pacers last night, 23 for OKC. The team that has turned over the ball less has won 5 of the 6 games. Only game 1 was different, and that was the Pacers' comeback. So, when it comes to turnovers, like in the NFL, there's quarterbacks that just throw interceptions. That's what they do. In the NBA, is it like teams are gonna there's teams that are just gonna commit turnovers, or is it like a mindset going into Game 7, like, hey, we need to protect the ball, or what's the mindset going into Game 7?
Yeah, talk to us football doofuses on this.
No, I mean, obviously, after you have a game where you have a high turnover game, that's something that you focus in on when you're talking game plan, when you in walkthroughs and different things like that. So I think they'll be more focused on, taking care of the ball. Because I did feel like they were very loose with the ball yesterday, and that turned into, an avalanche of problems for them. But, yeah, I mean, back and forth, each team, I mean, I felt like that Indiana's defensive pressure and the way they were all over the place, they created those turnovers. It's not like, I mean, I did feel like OKC was lackadaisical on some of the passes, but without those guys being ultra aggressive and being in passing lanes and shooting gaps and doing things like that, they still don't get those steals and create those opportunities they create. They were first to the floor and a lot of times to get on the ground to get to the ball, all the little 50-50 balls Indy was getting. So they got to change. That's what OKC has to change. And when they get in their building, they got to make sure that they try and get and create those same type of situations for themselves.
I love whenever we were defensively, the Pacers were locking it down.
Yeah.
They were trapping a lot. I mean, it was good defense. They ran a whole highlight during the TV copy, I guess, of the Pacers D and the Pacers pace, I do believe.
Yep.
And it's like every once in a while, the Pacers either fall into a good situation with how the other team's playing, or they just decide that they're going to lock down, and they will. I mean, like the Pacers, everybody's talking about Oklahoma City coming into the series. They're the best defense in all of the NBA and everything like that. It's like I feel like the Pacers and Coach Carlisle have felt challenged in that aspect in this particular series. And there's been a couple times where they've ratcheted it up on the defensive side. I assume Game 7 going to be tight, right? Do we think that's going to be a little bit tighter than usual? I wonder what Game 7 stats say. Is that more of a cagey affair, or is that wide open, you think?
I mean, I think it's wide open. I mean, I expect this game to be a down to the wire game, hopefully. But like I say, man, this is anything could happen. You never know. It could go either way. It could be big. It could be a big blowout, or it could be a close game. I'm hoping it's a down to the wire game, and we get a real, a real Game 7 epic moment at the end from one of the teams.
The Pacers enjoyed a blowout last night. There are some things that come alongside that. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Q-Rich, fourth quarter, no starters playing for OKC. I know Halliburton didn't play in the fourth. I think Siakam played, 2-3 minutes as well. Does that time at the end of the game matter? Today people are saying, Tyrese didn't have to play the fourth, so he'll be a little more rested up. Is that real? Same with OKC. Do players kind of get that almost transition over to, getting ready for Game 7 or things like that while the game's still going on? Because it feels as though that might not be something, but if they're already on the sideline kind of talking about what went wrong, can that actually help a team going into Game 7?
I think it can, but I think more so like you said, the rest of the impact of the rest and the impact of you not being out there for those 12 minutes and nothing being allowed to happen. You can't tweak anything, you can't do anything as far as injuring yourself. So when they off their feet and they just sitting on the bench, whether they talking about things for the next game or not, I think that's a positive on both sides. Where like you say, Tyrese didn't play in the fourth, and a bunch of the OKC players. So I feel like they will have a little more juice from that because they didn't have to be out there for those 12 minutes exerting energy and fighting either way, whether it was a blowout or a close game. So I do agree with that. But as far as like talking game plan, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I saw Shea. You heard him mic'd up, him saying like, this is going to be one for every, one Game 7 for everything, and trying to mentally move past that game. So maybe that could help and be positive for them. But like I say, everything comes down to Sunday, man.
Yeah, who shows up? That's it. Who shows up? Who decides that it's going to be their night? I think I was going through the scores of the previous Game 7s. Here, 2016, 93-89. 2013, 95-88. Lakers, 83. Celtics, 79. 81-74. They all seem to be relatively close games, also low-scoring games. Then we get into the hundreds there back in the 80s in this entire thing. So it does feel as it may be a cagey affair, maybe because Game 7, everybody's a little bit tight. In football, games get like that, where it's like, we're not going to make a mistake. So everybody's kind of just a little bit tighter. And the defense is easier, I think, effort-wise, than maybe offense if everybody's a little bit nervous. Let them settle in, we'll see. But last night, beginning of the game, it felt like that was being officiated in a way like, hey, physicality is allowed here. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, speaking of that, Q-Rich, do you think Game 7 will be officiated like last night? Because to Pat's point, like they were letting them play and, a lot of bodies on the floor, a lot of very physical defense. Do you think it'll be officiated like last night? And if it is, who do you think it favors?
I think the players set that tempo. I mean, if you come out and you playing so physical to the point to where they can't call everything, then that means that the players have set the tone that it's going to be a very physical game, because the refs are never going to call every single call every single time. So it's like if they come out and they get into the money and they playing and bumping and get into the physicality of it, that means that them as the players have set that tone. And I think whichever team is being the more physical and imposing their will on that part, I think that'll favor that team. I mean, whichever team it is, that could go either way. I felt like last night that Indy was a more physical team throughout the game. I mean, early the 10-2 start, I felt like Aaron Nimhart was huge for y'all, because I mean it was a silence. It was 10-2 and there was no answers from nobody, and he hit a couple threes here and there and got a couple buckets that kept it from going to like 14-16 to like 4 or something, and maybe going the other way. And then y'all got a handle of it. So I think he was huge. That three right there, the step back was big. He made a couple early buckets that was like they were big buckets to keep y'all right there, and then y'all took over after that.
Yeah, it was not pretty early. It was reminiscent of Game 5, where early we were just completely flustered and nothing was falling. It was like nothing was even having a chance of falling. We hit the back of the backboard on one of the shots. I mean, where we were sitting is like right on the baseline, like kind of up a little bit. So we could basically tell if everybody's shot's going in. It's actually a great location where it's at. As soon as it leaves the hand, you can tell like, oh, that looks like it's going to be short, because you can literally, it's a perfect view. It's like a video game type view of this entire thing. And we see this shot, and it's just, that's veering towards the crowd behind the, I'm like, did that thing get blocked? It's like, no, we're just completely out of sorts right now. And then for our ability to be able to settle back in, it's like the mental toughness of these two teams has been on display throughout. Cannot wait for Sunday. You go into that game, Q Rich?
No, sir. I will not be attending the game. No. I'm not in the arena and being on the sidelines and all that. I'm gonna watch from here.
Yeah. We'll see if I'm doing the same. Not from there, but maybe from here. A lot of people tell me I need to go.
Hey, show up, pull up, Pete. Pull up with to bring the energy. Bring you and the boys, bring the energy.
Yeah, the ticket prices of these things. I don't know, if the grandstand of me being an asshole in the other arena is also worth the price of everything else that goes alongside it.
I'm assuming they're damn near sold out already.
I couldn't find them on the secondary market. Could not find any on the court sides on the secondary market. Definitely looked at it. Now, Big Perk has said, you got it, he's telling me I got to come. Mm-hmm. And he said he's going to connect me with the people over there or whatever. And it's like, it would be cool to experience a game over there. Could also not.
True.
See the game there. Could do it from house.
You got a good setup at your house, I bet.
Yeah. There's a good TV setup right there.
Probably a nice couch.
And then whenever the boys get home, at the FBO.
Ben, you're there.
We're there.
You're there.
We're there.
Yeah, we're there.
Every person in here is there.
Absolutely. I will do that for sure. The Pacers.
We got to work on.
We had a conversation about this. The Pacers do need to send one man to sit courtside. His name's Larry Bird.
Oh, that's not who I was.
Larry should be there for Indiana. That's just my thoughts on it. I think Larry brings good vibes. I don't know if
I thought you were going to say Hans.
Bingo.
I thought you were going to say Hans, because Hans was there last night.
Same kind of juice, yeah.
Appreciate Hans representing yet again last night. He was on a couple different videos. I think he was even on the local news. Yeah, I mean, Hans absolutely crushing it. Welcome to Indy. We're happy you're here. It was a hell of a night. We appreciate you, Q Rich. You're the man. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's Indiana,